friends, what up, and welcome back to my little corner of the interweb. So I know that I've been like crazy inconsistent lately, but what happened was so it's not like I'm not making videos. I started making videos again, but I be forgetting to edit them, and then when I do remember to edit them, I'll be forgetting to upload them. So that's what's been happening. Anyway, so as you can see from the title, we are here to talk about a brand new product from Westman Atelier. And you guys know that I actually really like Westman Atelier. When I tried the brand, I think it was like somewhere early last year, I literally liked everything I tried. One of the things that I had tried, because I had picked up one item from each category, one of the things that I had tried was the contour stick. Now, when I tried it, they only had 2 shades of the contour stick. They had, what was it called? Hold on, my bad. They had biscuit and truffle. I opted for biscuit because biscuit was described as a cool beige, while truffle was described as a rich mocha. And it wasn't that one was lighter than the other. It was just that, you know, one mimicked more of natural shadows that a contour would, a natural contour would. So that was the one that I chose. I chose the cooler shade one, the one that was like a gray contour. And I tried it and it worked, but it was very subtle. So I haven't really used it since, and I'll show you what it looks like here. So this is the packaging that it came in. It came in a full black package, even though everything in Westman Atelier's line is in like a pink package. But this is what biscuit looked like, and as you can see, I mean, I've used it, but like, yeah, it's more like a cool beige. As you can see, like I have used it, but not as much. When I want a very, very light contour, I'll use it. So that's what it looked like. And then I think maybe 2 weeks ago, they came out with a darker shade. And this one is called, that's not it. This one is called Ganache. So I saw it online and I wanted to try it. I haven't even opened it yet to look at it. This is what it comes in, same black packaging. Oh, and it's very dark, so now I'm a little bit scared. Okay, so this is what Ganache looks like. This is 48 bucks. You get 0.21 ounces. I have no idea if that's standard or not. I just to give you guys these measurements or weights because I feel like some of y'all need it, so boom, it's yours. Now, if you didn't see my first video with the contour stick, let me go ahead and read you some blurbs. This is from Sephora. I actually got mine at Nordstrom because I had like Nordy notes, so I think I paid like $8 for it, because I had like $40 worth of Nordstrom notes, and so, you know, it didn't really cost me anything. So what it says about the product: what it is, a clean, creamy contour stick with a blendable natural satin finish that sculpts and defines cheekbones in an instant. The coverage is medium. The finish is supposed to be natural. It contains jojoba seed oil to improve hydration and strengthen the skin's moisture barrier. What? Lord, my Brooklyn just popped out. Barrier. Berry Flux Vita is supposed to boost hydration and provides youth-preserving properties. Kaolin clay absorbs excess oil and helps the formula to stay in place. What else you need to know? This foolproof contour stick glides on for intuitive trace and blend cheekbones, eyelids, and jawlines. Cool taupe. See, I'm digging that. Cool taupe undertones give a natural sculpting effect that won't interfere with makeup, while the soothing formulation protects against environmental stressors. All right, so we're gonna try this today because I really want to see. I really like this brand, right? I really like this brand, and I kind of want to see, you know, what this new color looks like, because I had felt before like the other one was good and it was fine for me because like I don't like a contour. I like it to be, I like most of my makeup to be very, very subtle. So it worked well for me. I was just looking for something to mimic natural shadows, but for someone who is even slightly darker than me, I don't think it would have worked well. So that was probably the only disappointing thing when I tried, and it wasn't really a disappointment. I think this brand has actually come quite a way in being inclusive. I mean, right from jump, when they had all the foundations, they had an equal amount of light and dark foundation shades, so that was good. And then I don't know if you guys remember what the bronzer looked like. I had picked up the darker shade of the bronzer, and the darker shade of the bronzer was indeed quite dark, which really surprised me because usually they're not. And so this is what the darker shade of the bronzer looked like, and as you can see, your girl's been using it. So I do like this brand, so I really want to try this and see how it works. But as I said, it looks very dark, and I am afraid. So all right, so I have gone ahead and, you know, pushed my hair back a little bit, and I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna dot like very tiny dots on my face, and then I'm just gonna start trying to work it in, so you can see that quite clearly already. Oh dear God, maybe I should use another brush. You know what? I don't have any clean brushes, so I'm just gonna have to use this. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back. Let me go look for another brush. All right, so I couldn't find another brush, but I did use the quick change to clean this one off. So let's just go ahead. All right, so what do you guys think? You can clearly see the definition here versus here. But as usual, which seems to be par for the course, and literally with everything, and nothing is left on a brush, is par for the course with everything that I've tried with this brand. Subtlety is the name of the game, and I'm here for that because you guys know I really like my makeup to be like, oh, makeup. So this works really well for me, and I think the color is dark enough for more complexions, and I also feel like it's quite buildable. So if you wanted to go more than this, you definitely could. I don't, so I'm not going to, but I am going to go ahead and try to use it down here just a little bit though. So you see, it works even better down here, I believe, because it does mimic natural shadows. It blends out really easily also, but like you can definitely see like look at that. That's freaking beautiful. Oh my word. And I'm using all Westman Atelier products today. Well, I'm using the foundation anyway. So, and that's another thing, like I hadn't been wearing the foundation because the shade that I had gotten was too dark, and I didn't realize that it was too dark at first. So I went back and I got another shade, and the shade that I got is a much better fit. I had bought 11.5 before, which I think is going to be great in the summertime. But I went back and I got 10.5, and 10.5 is what I'm wearing right now. So this is quite nice. Like, look at it. Look at the difference. So I just wanted to sit here for a little bit and like talk to you guys about what this looks like. Like, you know, this is really subtle, and this is one of the things that I don't know how to put this without sounding condescending, so I'm just going to say it. Like, I hate bronzer as contour, because bronzer is not contour. So a contour is supposed to mimic the natural shadows that would hit the planes of your face and the hollows of your cheek, which, you know, like, So you can see, even though this isn't like, oh my God, in your face, you can tell from one side to the next that this is how a contour is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look shadowy, like subtlety, y'all, just subtlety, I guess. And you can see it, but it's not like overwhelming. It's like very subtle, and I actually really like that. I'm gonna try to put the bronzer on top, and that, well, not try, because the bronzer does work. Bronzer is quite a nice bronzer. And then just to give the overall look, because the contour is cool, which a contour should always be, which is another reason why the whole bronzer as contour thing always irritated me. A contour is supposed to be cool, like a taupey undertone. So what happens is you sculpt your face and then you put the bronzer on top to give you some warmth, and that's supposed to look really beautiful and natural. But anyway, I'll be right back and we'll talk. Okay, friends, so bronzer, I'm just going to use the same brush, and you know how I do my bronzer, take it up on my cheeks, so. So you can see from one side to the next, you can see the shadows on both sides, but then on here, this side, you can see the warmth of the bronzer, and it just helps like kind of sort of bring the contour out a little bit more, which is kind of sort of the way it's supposed to work. But I kind of really like this bronzer because I don't have to work so hard with this bronzer. Not necessarily like I have to work hard with the other bronzers that I have, but this bronzer is by far the easiest one that I have, like literally the easiest. It's just incredibly pigmented but subtle at the same time. It has the right blend of warmth and coolness, and it's not necessarily neutral. It's kind of warm, but it's not too warm, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anywho, but yeah, so this is what the bronzer looks like on top of the contour, and I think it just complements the contour really, really well. Yeah. All right, friends, so this is what an almost complete Westman Atelier face looks like. Blush in Poppette, that is the bright pink shade that I had gotten. What is that? The Lit Up highlighter in Nectar, bronzer, contour, foundation. This is a nice face. I like this face. It's a subtle face, but I like this face, man. Okay, so the contour. I think it is a wonderful addition to the entire line. I feel like it is a step towards, you know, darker skinned people, well, you know, like much darker skinned people, well, not much, but like darker skinned people in general having a contour option. The biscuit one is not terrible because, like I said, it does mimic what a contour is supposed to mimic. It mimics, you know, shadow, but this is much better because I feel like more people will have more opportunity to use their contour. And the products are wonderful. The products are absolutely great. They're so, what's the word I'm looking for? They're so easy. Like they're kind of foolproof products. They're very definitely easy to use products. I feel like they're very foolproof and you can't really mess them up, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're very easy, they're very foolproof, they're very, to me, subtle products. So if subtle products aren't your thing, Westman Atelier may not be for you. But their products are very subtle. I think they're very beautiful products, and I really do like this new contour shade. Once again, the shade is Ganache. You get 0.21 ounces of product. But they're on the Westman Atelier website. They're at Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, and Sephora as well, because that's where I was reading the blurbs from Sephora. It was the first one that came up. So it is available at Sephora. So if you like the contour, go ahead and pick it up wherever you find it, because I believe it is well worth the money. Well, all right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful and informative. And as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.